we saw? A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And it'll be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On play action, here's Tua. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Second and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Tua. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Jarvis Landry. Incomplete. Rings up.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Tua, the final shot before half. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 12. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Number 28, Joe Mixon.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And Tate's got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run here with Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Burrow on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Burrow going to fake to mix it, and now look to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
A 37-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defense.
That's
10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with
the Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He goes full extension, and he's got it.
Complete to Odell Beckham.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Tua. Dancing to his left. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's brought in left side by Tate. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Mixon on the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was covered.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Caught in Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as... Time is now run out on this third quarter of play.
Browns 7.
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Bengals 31. Browns 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. This is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Joe Mixon.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10.
All you got to do is look
he'll
it up.
score. Touchdown, Browns. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
31. Browns 19.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he's able to put it through.
The score, Bengals 31, Browns 26.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Mike Hilton. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Burrow on play action. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
And 4.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on fourth. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Mixon with a first down carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Tonight's final score, Bengals 30.
But Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.